Yo, 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 welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me, we back in the house. Got a quick one for you tonight. Man, there was a lot of movement today, and free agency ain't even start yet. Free agency starts on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, I believe, p.m. Eastern time, and we got a lot of movement going on. Let's get straight into it. Agba is back, all right? He got a 5-year deal, monster deal for him. He gets paid a lot of money to stick around. I want to say it's 17 or 16 and a half mil, something like that. He gets paid guaranteed money for 2 years. Love it. Actually, if I were to give the Dolphins a grade for the day, all right, and everything's not finalized, I understand that, and I understand that they're not done, all right? They're definitely not done. I give them an A. All right, I'll give him an A, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Love that we kept Agba. Yes, we could have went in another direction, but there wasn't that much better out there than Agba. You keep him, love it. Part of free agency is also keeping your own. All right, part of doing good in free agency is part of keeping and signing your own talent. They did that. They got Chase Edmonds, all right? He's a guy, somewhat of a Swiss Army knife. He can do a little bit of everything. He can play out of the slot. Good running back, especially for the zone scheme. Inside zone, ran a lot of inside zone in with the Cardinals in Phoenix. All right, this is an outside zone scheme, more than likely, but zone is zone. All right, he should be able to transition to the outside zone, and I'm sure even in the outside zone scheme, that's not the only zone that they'll be running. All right, they're gonna run inside zone because you can't run the same concept the whole game because they'll figure it out. So obviously you'll need the inside and the outside to counter off each other, but they got him. I love it. I absolutely love the pickup there. I remember seeing him and saying, man, like this is a pretty explosive guy. There was one game he had 4 touchdowns. All right. He's an explosive guy. Love that pickup. We also got the deal. Gesecki signed his tender, so that's squared away. Doesn't mean he can't go through arbitration, apparently, even though after you sign, you can still go through arbitration and try to get that extra money, saying that, you know what, I got tendered as a tight end, and I've been playing wide receiver. So there might be some back and forth there. And apparently Miami can rescind the tag as well. So we're not out of the woods, all right? We're not out of the woods unless we get an actual deal done. We're not out of the woods with that whole situation. Next up, we ended up not being able to get J.C. Jackson. The winners of free agency so far are the Chargers. They have Jackson. They got Jackson. That's huge. All right, that's huge. They got Mack. They're winning. All right. They also got, I think, an offensive lineman or something like that. They're winning. All right. They're winning free agency at the moment. We'll see if Miami's able to pick up steam, but Miami did good for themselves. Cedric Wilson Jr. from the Cowboys. We got him. Love. He really flashed on screen to me this past season. I've seen a lot of Cowboys games because they're always on prime time. So I did watch some of the games. And I remember, I'm like, dang, number one, he looked like a nice receiver. Didn't know he was going to be available. All right, I just be honest, I didn't even know he was going to be available. He ends up getting a deal with us for 3 years. I like that pickup as well, and he could definitely throw out of certain packages. So hey, you never know. Trick plays, we might have him. Jarvis Landry got released today. That's another name to watch out for. Don't think he's coming to Miami necessarily. But, you just never know. I would love to have him back. He was my favorite player when he was here. I would love to see him back in the aqua and orange, but I'm not sure that he would want to play for Tua. And that's just the God's honest truth. I got to keep it real. It's not that I don't believe in Tua, but some other people just might not. J.C. Jackson, for example, was saying some bad things or some not so great things about Tua early last year. That first dub we got against them. So for him to come here, and it's something my brother mentioned, and it's pretty true, For him to want to come here, that was going to be slim, all right, because he didn't really think Tua was that great of a quarterback. So there's those little things there that matter, which is why he goes to a team with the Chargers rather than Miami, if Miami even offered him. Maybe Miami didn't even offer him. I don't know, all right? But if Miami offered him and he chose to go to the other team, even if Miami offered him more money, it's because of Tua, and it's really up to Tua to prove, all right, that, all right, you guys were wrong, and I bet you're going to want to come here next time, all right? And I believe he can prove that. I believe he can. But enough about that. Next pickup we got was Teddy Bridgewater, okay? We ended up signing the better backup quarterback that we could probably sign at this moment. Definitely better than Brissett. All right, now, granted, some of you probably go back, well, you wanted Brissett. Yeah, I did. I wanted Brissett. I thought Brissett was going to be better. I was wrong. That's why I ain't no GM. All right, that's why I ain't no GM. I do believe Teddy Bridgewater is better than Brissett, though. But although I did want Brissett, he ended up being trash. Brissett can go on. He go kick rocks with open toe sandals for all I care. We got Brissett. I mean, not Brissett. We have Bridgewater now. I wanted Bridgewater a few years back. That didn't end up. I wanted him to be the starter a few years back over Ryan Fitzpatrick. We ended up getting Fitzpatrick instead, but I wanted Bridgewater. He ended up going to the Jets at the time, I think, and then he went to or maybe he went to the Panthers, something like that. I think it was one of those teams. All right, can't exactly remember. It might have been the Panthers, and then they kicked him up out of there. But yeah, so I wanted Bridgewater a few years ago. Finally got him back in Miami, all right, where he's from. Finally got him back here. He is a viable starting option, stopgap quarterback, let alone a backup quarterback. So I believe he's going to push Tua, all right? He's an accurate guy, not really a deep throwing guy, but he can run as well. So I expect him to be able to come in on certain packages that they don't want to run Tua in, where they can run him because he's got a little more speed than Tua, and he's a very accurate quarterback, so he can throw out of those packages as well. And best believe Mike McDaniel is going to be using guys, all right? If he's bringing him on, it's because he has something in mind for him to do on Sundays than just holding the clipboard. You best believe he's going to be throwing him the football. I mean, he's going to be using him to throw the football and run the football on Sundays. You best believe that. All right, so that's what we got for now. I got a video coming out tomorrow. We'll talk about offensive linemen if there's any left, all right, who I want to come on the squad, and maybe some other guys that get dropped from now till tomorrow, okay, because a lot of things can happen. Everything is not finalized yet. The Jets, the Bills right now, they both are doing great things, all right? They're doing great things. They're catching up. Well, not the Bills. The Bills are past the Dolphins, but the Jets are trying to catch up to the Bills. And we're trying to catch up to the Bills, and the Bills are trying to keep themselves ahead. And the Patriots, they don't make much noise usually in the offseason, last year notwithstanding. So we'll see what happens with them. I'm sure they make some moves, but the Jets and the Bills, they making moves, and Miami's trying to make moves to keep up with these guys. We'll see what goes on. It's going to be a fun season. It's going to be real fun to watch. Chargers right now, they're ahead of the pack. They're leading it because what they're doing right now is great, and that's what I would do if I was them. So I really like it. Real quick, I'm going to refresh my screen here. I'm going to see if there's any news on the Dolphins, and then I'll get out your guys' way. Looks like we have a corner special teams ace. All right, I'm glad I refreshed. That is signing with the Dolphins on a 3-year, $10 million deal. All right, and it's Keon Crossan, which I'm very familiar with this guy. All right, and it's a special team ace. And maybe he could play, I don't know, maybe he'll just back up, or maybe he can also play slot. I don't know, but hey, and he negotiated his own deal as well, so that's really good. All right, we got him. It looks like Clayton Fudgelum might be gone. But we got a special team ace. I'm with it. All right. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we die. See y'all tomorrow.